automatic 2.2 diesel, gearbox oil change. Down in here, there's the fill plug, Torx 55. It's got no ring on it. They say replace it, it'll probably be okay to leave it. It's quite tight, I don't know why, because it's got no ring on it. And then you'll have to take that panel over there off, underneath, a load of bolts. And then you have a Torx 40 inside a 17mm Allen. I used a load of bolts, nuts and bolts, 17mm spanner. So you undo the Torx 40, make sure you can get the Torx 55 undone first before you drain anything. When you undo the Torx 40, a little bit will come out if the engine's not running, because when the engine's running it's turning some of the fluid around inside the gearbox. And then the 17mm Allen, you take that out and withdraw that. That's the drain plug. The Torx 40's got an O-ring on it, they say replace it, but it'll probably be alright. The Allen key has got a flat aluminium crush washer, you could probably put copper, but they say replace it. I didn't, and hopefully it'll be alright. Often you can get away with it, kind of anneal aluminium. So, and then you fill it up through the fill plug with the Torx 40 out, and then the fluid tube, you'll see when you get it out, the tube will allow the fluid to get to a certain level, and then they say put another half a litre in, and because of and then you get in it, and then I've got a scan here to tells you transmission oil pressure. What they then say is cycle it through the gears, drive holding it slightly in each gear, back to park a couple of times maybe to get any air out of it. And then they say get this to 60. I didn't get it to 60, I went for about 8 miles and give it some, and it got to 21 and it barely got any further. And then when I got back I thought, well, if the expansion is going to cause a problem, if the oil at 60, if it ever got there, it would take a long time. So then I circled it through the gears, and I videoed it, and I'll put the video up next. It sort of must stir it a little bit, and a little bit came out, and then I got fearful there wouldn't be quite enough in there, so I put a little bit more in, which is fresh, which is good, because you can't get all the oil out in one go. Some people say you do half the oil, then you do another half of the oil later on. And annoyingly, it's about just over 3 litres, and you buy it in 5 litre tubs, so it's all very confusing math-wise. But I'll put the video up next and see what I mean. Like, if you can't get to 60, will the oil expand and there's too much oil? Other people have said that the expansion isn't that dramatic from, say, warmed up from just warm, which but as long as it's not cold at 1 degree. And if I got it to 21 degrees or 20.75, and so yeah, interested if anybody's got any opinions on that as to how Land Rover expect you to get it to 60. I mean, no wonder they only want to change 150,000 if you've got to drive 100 miles flat out to get it up to temperature. That's not very good for the environment. Well, they're JLR a bit woke these days, aren't they? So, but yeah, I wonder if anybody's got any opinion on that. They also say change it at 150,000, but that seems a bit of a joke. Like, this is done nearly 100,000. I mean, I think they're just doing the whole sort of not having to service it thing again, and I think it should be done quicker than that. But anyway, I won't go on too much longer. Cheers, bye.